Alright, hey everybody, welcome back. Rubber Biscuit here. So here we are, of course, playing Freeman Guerrilla Warfare. And I will say, after our time, we've been running around, attacking terrorist camps, really saving up some money. I mean, obviously we're running a little short right now. But, that said, we have 45 folks in our party now, and you can see we got a couple militia folks, we got some special forces, which very funny costume idea there for the Snow Fox snipers. We got some Sea Lion special soldiers, some more snipers, and then some Scorpion assault folks as well. And of course, some cheetah folks, assaults, with assault rifles. And the thing I am excited about, which we got here before we attack this city, rattlesnake special soldiers, which these guys all have a big heavy machine gun. Of course, gave them a few soldiers with some assault rifles, but having these guys with the machine guns is really going to do us well when we're dealing with a lot of enemies. And of course, a lot of these folks ready to upgrade, but we're all going to have to hold off because we're going to see if we survive this attack. So obviously they have more soldiers than us, but I think I am going to be the difference here. So one-man army, absolutely. So our thought process here, attacking Babin. They have 58 soldiers, so these are our, how would you call it, terrorist almost organizations owned. I mean, terrorist, militants, you name it. Everybody else, all the other factions, you basically start at peace with. Everybody likes you, but everybody, it's universal that these guys, everyone is at war with, doesn't like, and it's almost a race to build up and see if we can get one of these cities. So this is our best option right here in Babin. Only 58 defenders. And even gives us that common rating for difficulty. So we can see here, this is a dangerous one there in red. And then these guys are difficult up here. So the fact that this even says common is a great sign for us. And we can see we've got our gear here. We've got our rifle, our M16, which I have, of course, the scope. And I recently just got the rifle suppressor. We have plenty of ammunition and plenty of med kits. Well, I say plenty of ammunition. Not a whole lot, but I think we're going to be all right. Now, without further ado, let's hop right into this. Approaching our hostile city. And let's lay siege. It's what we're here for. So it looks like there's a 42, just over 40% chance of victory, even without me. So with me, I like to think that's a 100% chance. And we will see how this goes. Okay, here we are, spawning right in. So here is this town that we are talking about. So you can win these battles either by capturing and controlling all 3 points, or of course killing all the defenders. So there's that. So the interesting thing about this is it looks like there's plenty of high ground right here, so we can set our soldiers up. But I always go back and forth if I should split up the forces to get 2 angles of fire coming down. But I also don't want to be a setup here with a couple of squads over here. And this is where the mass of the forces comes out to counter us, and they get just overwhelmed. Definitely do not like that. So, in this regard, we definitely want these guys. And we will pretty much just go down the list here and see if we can't spawn everybody in. And we can, thank goodness. We have our skills up, our leadership skills up. Our rattlesnake soldiers, let's go ahead and get them moved right here. We'll just go ahead and get everybody kind of lined up, ready to go. Just so it's just a quicker operation. So I think we're definitely going to set up on this hill at first. And then we will just go from there. So our Snow Fox special snipers, the ladies in their skirts, they are great at long distance combat. Which is of course what I prefer. Fire from afar, engage from afar. And deal with as little close range combat as possible. So we got everybody pretty much situated where we're gonna go, and we're even up at the front. So we're just gonna mad rush this hill, and we will get it going from there. Make sure we're going the right way. We got the whole squad coming with. So this looks like our hill we're setting up camp on. There's already a couple enemy contacts right up there. So thankfully, we are running up here and capturing this hill first. Or I guess not necessarily capturing, but taking up our position up on the hill. And thankfully with that suppressor, it's a little quieter of a shot for me, which I thought would have helped conceal me and hide me from these guys, but maybe not. So we will just do our thing and start laying waste to as many of them as we can. Especially before our reinforcements arrive, which, right on time. So our soldiers pretty much automatically have the fire at will. So as soon as they see some enemy targets, they should go ahead and start firing. Which it looks like everybody's over here. So thank goodness we didn't send some squads up on that hill. We really would have been in trouble, or they would have been overwhelmed. So we got the whole, everybody's up here. Let's check our map. Everybody is up here on the high ground, which is always the safest place to be, especially in a combat situation like this, especially if our hill is overlooking the town. Now, we have about even the fight. We can see up there in the top left, we're just one man down compared to them. And the unfortunate part is I don't think any more of them are going to come out and try to face off with us. So it might be up to us to come into town now. So I'm actually going to leave everybody up there, and I'm going to one-man army this. And we're going to run into town and see if we can't stir up a little bit of the hornet's nest and have them follow us out and have all of our boys on the hills mow them down. So let's see. We're coming in. Looks like we're clear across the street. So I know there's a star there. We're going to go all the way across here and get up this hill where it seemed like the enemy forces were just starting off. So we could be in for a pretty rude surprise if we hop up here and there's a bunch of them. But I doubt it. I highly doubt it. That would have been really, really bad if there were. So I wonder if that's... So we are still capturing. Hopefully we stay capturing. I just want to try to get eyes on. Yup, looks like they are. Right in there. Still capturing that. So we can see it looks like there's the next enemy forces are right up in there. Go ahead and... Ooh, what a shot. Headshot, no less. So it looks like that's where we're going to have to move to next. So we did capture that point, so that's great. I just wonder what maybe the best way to attack these guys are. I mean, they're quite well defended with the buildings, and they got the two walls. I don't know if these hills will help us out enough. Although maybe that is just what we're going to have to do. So we'll just send everybody over. Of course, we'll kind of keep them hopefully a little spread out just in case something happens. But we will slowly but surely move them up to this hill, and hopefully we'll get some line of fire on everybody. And maybe with that said, maybe we will stay in the town as our squad moves out. Maybe get a different vantage point. Maybe get some movement from the enemy as we shoot at them from a different angle than the rest. So we're actually going to try to... I'm going to get up here on this hill and look through this tower. Now, obviously, every town you attack will have a bit of a different layout, but for the most part, generally they'll be about the same. Although there will be differences, but I always advise to keep your eyes out for the high ground. Because the high ground will, of course, allow you to see more, easier to take cover. And that's the biggest thing in this game. If you can see everybody and know where everybody is, then you absolutely have the advantage. Like this, being able to see these guys. They haven't been alerted to my presence just yet, so hopefully we can get our soldiers in here on this hill and have them shooting and firing, and then we can start even taking them out from behind. So let's see here. We will go ahead, actually, and move our soldiers up on the hill. Hopefully they will start opening fire on the guys down below. Really stir up the hornet's nest. We'll just get everybody moving over there. And now with that, looks like these guys are moving just a little bit. We'll try to take them out. definitely been spotted now. I think we got him. I think we killed that guy. So hopefully the rest of them haven't started moving yet. Nope. But we are here. We might as well see what we can do. Well, we'll leave it at that. But that said, I mean, you can definitely see the rifle suppressor really kind of hiding my location and not alerting the rest of them as to where my location may be. Looks like our guys are starting to open fire and shoot, have a little firefight. I really kind of want to run down here and really start shooting at these guys, or maybe even sneak into one of these buildings. That would be great too. But worst case, I definitely think we should get in here and try to help our boys out as best we can. Even if we are going to really get into a firefight down in here. People throwing grenades. Let's see. Yep, just as I thought. There's not really a way into this building unless we come in through this gate. And unfortunately, they did pop smoke, which makes it very hard for us to see. But thankfully, it doesn't really affect the AI's aim at all. So our boys can still continue the fight. And we'll just try to pick off all we can. Hopefully this other group doesn't come up from behind on us now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's actually... Still getting shot at. Because we're down to 100 HP down here in our bottom right, we are going to go ahead and medkit up. Now let's actually see if we can get some shots off. Maybe not. Wow. That was quite the reflexes to turn and hit me a couple times there. Oh. Might need to... Oh, here they come. Those two guys sneaking up from behind me there. Oh, no. They got us. That's okay. That's okay. So we did take out 16. I killed 18. The army killed 16. Totally fine. There's no edits here. We're going to keep this going. So those guys did kill us. Well, injured us. So our troops did retreat to safety. So thankfully in this game, not all is lost. We can either have them engage without me or we can engage again. Now this is where it gets tricky. If we do die or get mortally injured in this fight, then we are kind of really in trouble and won't be able to fight again. And this is why I think you should absolutely always have the med kits. Because where we spawn in, I will be able to grab some more med kits out of our full inventory. We'll be able to heal up, get a full level of health, and we're right back in the fight. So here we go. We see, I'll just send everybody, get right up on this hill. Take their position on the high ground, but still semi-spread out. Getting some good cover positions. Just because this angle coming in, I mean, granted, we could come all the way around up on the hill, but I say we go ahead and post up on this little hill, a little bit bigger, a little more range along this ridge line, and hopefully these guys will all come out here into the open. There's not as much cover as there is, you know, looking into town from up here with all the different buildings and whatnot around. So, like I said, we spawn in right here. We can see we only have 5 HP, which is no problem. We always spawn in with a box where we can access our full inventory. So we will go ahead and grab a med kit. We will go ahead and heal back up to full health. And with that, we'll make sure we got plenty of ammo, which we do. We'll bring 2 med kits this time, and we'll bring an extra thing of ammo just in case. And of course, we can't even level up during the fight, which I think is quite funny. So we'll just do armor. Now, let's get back in this. Full head of health. We have our 2 med kits with us. And of course, nothing has changed in the battle. We still have we're down to 43 soldiers on our side. While our enemies here defending the town only have 24. So we're that much closer to capturing this town. And we can see here the guys kind of posted up just right there. Let's see. We can get a shot on one of them here. There we go. Hit one. Really wish it would. Yeah, maybe we should fork up the money and buy a sniper, huh? There we go. At least we have some of our guys popping them out as well. Really wish they would kind of see this and start heading our way to attack, and we could speed this battle up. So that said, let's actually move everybody up. Maybe we'll see if everybody else can maybe get in range and start shooting them as well. That would definitely grab their attention. Just kind of taking a couple pop shots in there. Oh, this guy's running right at us. Go. Come on. Oh, on the move. Oh, of course that's when we hit him. Okay. So we can hit this guy. What a shot this will be. Wow, we got him. What a shot. Now that I'm almost afraid, but I really don't want to risk us getting taken out again. So we will go ahead. We'll send up some of the best, our assault soldiers. Of course, we'll send pretty much everybody else in, really right behind them. So we should have everybody on the move now. Just moving up, just inching a little closer. I mean, obviously now victory is just in our grasp. We still have our 43 and they're down to 16. Maybe we could have taken on that 80 defender city, but honestly it would have been a lot tougher than this is turning out to be. That's a lot of folks coming at you and firing. I wonder... Oh. There we go. Hopefully we got everybody taken out up there. And then just in case, if you are wondering, this timer up here at the top, you can see right there, 6:20, 6:19, 18. That is just our timer that will reveal everyone's location. So when that timer comes down, obviously it's a little shorter in the quick battles, but in a siege like this, you have to wait a lot longer for all the enemy positions to be revealed, especially if you're trying to play it safe and really sneak around and try to take people out. So wow, down to 14. Wow, I think we got him. I think that's all the defenders up here on this first hill. At least we are going to hope so. Which, of course, I jinxed it. So a good way to tell if you're coming up in these positions is if the flags are going to move or not. And I'm pretty sure the flag will stop moving or start creeping back towards the defender's way if there was a defender around. So just something to keep an eye on and be aware of as well. So we have that moving up. I'm going to guess our last defenders are either at this star or I'm really thinking they're right in here. But that said, we will go ahead and get some of these guys moving on up into the town. Really trying to let the squads do a lot of the work this time, or at least get them a little more involved. That helps them get their experience. Oh yeah, it looks like they're right down in there. And it's always easy. I mean, we could go around killing everybody. Well, what's the fun of that if we paid for all these other soldiers? That's some hard-earned money we're not even using right there. So I'm going to say there's nobody in there. I'm guessing all 12 are right down in there. So let's go ahead. Let's get especially our long-range folks. And I love our rattlesnake soldiers up here as well. Snipers, and then we'll get everybody else kind of just piled in. And there we go. For the most part, everybody's kind of moving up. Hopefully we'll find a good little position here to take some shots, because I'm definitely going to take some shots here as long as we get this controlled breathing, and we'll fire away. Hopefully we can hit him. Still can't hit him. Still can't hit him. Got him. Tango down. This was quite the siege here for us. There's already just 3 left. We will go ahead and send the boys kicking the doors in. Uh-oh, there goes those heavy machine guns. I don't know where those shots are in the smoke. Oh, a militia sniper was killed. Man, that's, I think, 2 dead. 2 dead in this assault, which honestly is not bad. Thankfully, it was, I mean, we don't like to see any of our comrades go down, but hey, if it was just one of the militia guys, easy to replace. There are just 3 of them in there, but close combat, you never really know. Uh-oh. I'm about to say I saw a grenade blow up in the man's face down there. So here we see we killed 5 and 5, or I killed 30, but yeah, whatever. Plenty of experience gained, and just shy of 100,000 credits coming in there. So that is great. So now we get our plethora of the spoils. So go ahead and take all the armor, all the guns, eagles, guns. Now, we definitely want the wood and tools. Those are items that might come in handy here as we upgrade and build on some buildings. And I'll see with the rest of this stuff. Don't really even need it. Not even going to waste our time. I will take the pottery, though, because that's just easy to sell. But we don't need any of this stuff. It'd be different if we had a gun that used a 7.62, but we do not. So we'll close out of that. We'll imprison him. We'll leave. And now we can see basically our big thank you message and how it goes now that we have a base area. So there's, I mean, this is just such a good general overview. There's nothing too important in this, I would say, that you must know. And yes, the trade is an economic source, but I'm telling you, the best way to make money is just continue attacking the terrorists and keep getting their money, taking the towns as quickly as you can. Well, as you can and as needed. Now then, do we take the cat flag? Maybe the 3 stars? Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. I think that's like a good, let's see, Biscuit Boys. There we go. So we are Sir Biscuit after all. Don't forget. So now we see our flag change and Babin change as well. So now on the big map, we can see we are a faction of our own. We have plenty of prisoners in here. 52 at least, it looks like. And now, this is a whole screen that we're probably going to have to do a whole other episode on, just because there's a whole lot to get into. So that will be an episode for another day. So I hope you guys enjoyed our siege of Babin. Hope you might have learned something, or maybe if you've never even seen a siege battle in this game, I hope you learned something. And more importantly, I hope it gave you the confidence to take your soldiers and get in there and capture a city yourself. Now again, I would definitely keep your targets, because I remember I messed up in my first game. I attacked Zinkov because I only saw 35 defenders, and I didn't realize that it's the same group that owns these 2 towns as well, so you kind of instantly get in war with them, and hopefully they don't have any allies. It's just a whole mess if you try to fight these guys really at first, when really we can pretty much build and upgrade and do our thing in peace. You know, maybe a couple of these terrorist groups will come over, but it'll never be anything like these guys saying an army of, 100 plus to come and attack and take one of their towns back. So I definitely recommend coming after the Uman terrorists first, because then that'll give you some time to build up and everything. So again, guys, Rubber Biscuit, always glad, guys, for tuning in. Definitely appreciate the support so far, and I am looking forward to doing another episode to kind of explain a little more about our city management tile and what we're going to do next in our plan of action, and how we are going to quell our little island country here and finally end this giant civil war that's going on. So again, guys, Rubber Biscuit, thanks for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next one.